helping me right now.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
The kids call them bangers. I'm not up to speed on the other hip terms that the kids are saying these days, but I'm loving
I
coffee.
like
And
bangers.
when you
I
make new
appreciate it.
music, are you cool with a banger?
Yeah, I like banger.
What do you call it?
A banger. I said banger. Oh, that's a jam. Or that's a banger for sure.
The jam?
Yeah.
How you doing? You holding up okay?
I'm holding up okay. I really can't complain. I was in Australia prior to being back in the States a couple of weeks ago when all of this quarantine and the pandemic first started. And so I'm so happy to be home, of course. But like I really have nothing to complain about. I really don't. So I won't complain. But it
I'm
is a
so
lot.
with
It's a
you.
lot for everybody. It's a lot for everybody. We're all ready to get out, but we have to make sure that there are the right safety precautions taken and not drinking disinfectant or bleach.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we just want to be smart about it all.
It's okay to self-assess and be honest where you're at personally.
Yeah.
But when you think about the big picture that, you
Yeah.
hopefully have a job, you got a home, you're healthy, your family's healthy. That's a
Yeah.
good way of keeping things into perspective. I'm loving your Coffee with Kelly Instagram live shows.
Thank
I
you.
watched last night. I watched the ones that you've been doing. You're really good
Oh,
at
thank
that.
you.
I,
Thank
I feel it's
you.
just like a genuine, easy. You feel it's easy to watch, and
Yeah.
your fans. It's always a crapshoot with Instagram and social media in general. But I'm
Yeah.
looking at the comments, especially
Yeah.
from your followers. They're
Yeah.
very engaging,
Yeah.
and they're not mean. And
Yeah.
it was cool to watch. Are you enjoying that whole thing?
I am. I'm having a really good time with it. A couple weeks back, I felt all this anxiety built up around the pandemic. So, and every time, like whether it was like waking up in the morning or coming across my screen or some friends and girlfriends of ours, like we keep sending each other like all these different new updates, you know what I mean? So I felt like I was kind of bombarded with it and it was just so much. And but like I said, once again, I can't complain. I just wanted to break it up a little bit, you know what I mean, and have fun and have a little, as I say, kinky fun.
Kinky fun. Yeah, you
Kinky
guys
fun.
go there on the show. You don't you
Yeah.
you do not step around anything. There
No.
was
No.
what was yesterday's topic? You say it.
We were talking about sex toys yesterday, and we were
Oh
talking
well.
about we were talking about sex toys, and we were talking about like age differences, like how big is an age difference. And I have people logging on who had like 15 years, 20 years, 12 years. I mean, me and my husband are 8 years apart, so I feel like that often happens for sure.
What was the consensus with the age difference thing? Because I remember someone saying like there was a 10-year age difference and it didn't necessarily work out so
Work
well.
out.
You were in a relationship prior to that
Yeah.
was like 10 plus years or something like that. And that,
Yeah.
you're married now. So no.
Yeah.
What about, specifically you mentioned anxiety and I was reading some of the comments right there.
Yeah.
It's definitely something that not everybody, but a lot of people, if they're honest with themselves, they're experiencing. What's been the easy thing for you to kind of navigate through those feelings? What's helped?
When I just get a minute to myself, you know what I mean? I think that for me, just caretaking of the home becomes like the one thing that I'm doing so much. And, whether it's waking up and cooking, but I have OCD, so I have to clean immediately. And the cleaning takes up so much time. And then after that, I'm thinking, oh my God, like I'm wiping off all of the light switches and handles and everything in the house. So I feel like I don't really get like a minute to myself. You know what I mean? But like I said, I cannot complain because I also have a friend of mine who's a doctor, several friends who are doctors, and I call them or text them to check on them, and they don't have time for anything.
Right.
They don't have time to eat. They don't have time to see their kids. They haven't seen their kids. One of my friends hasn't seen their kids in weeks because, of course, they can't be around the patients with the virus and be around their family. So I just feel so bad just saying anything. But you do have to be honest with what your normal is. And that for my normal, this is definitely a new normal.
Mm-hmm. How many deep cleans are we talking? Because my wife she's like me. We
Yeah.
can't stop vacuuming and cleaning.
Yes,
And it's like,
yes,
it's good. Like, it's
yes,
fine in here. It doesn't need to be
yes,
touched anymore.
yes, yes. But well, my husband Tim is like, yo, man, smell too much like bleach up in here. He's literally that guy. So I'll like, you know, have probably wiped the light switches for like the third time today because I like to do it like 3 or 4 times a day.
Yeah.
And he's like, we don't have the virus, baby. I said, it's not about that. I said, we like, you know, my husband likes to go to get a specific drink at this one store like every couple days. And so I was like, I don't know what they have at that store.
Right, right.
Yeah, you know, so it happens. It's okay. But I love the bonding time though. Have you liked the bonding time?
Yes,
Yeah.
I love the bonding time, but it's also been tough for me because I'm an extrovert. I love being
Okay.
around people, and I miss that.
Oh,
You know, like for this show, normally we're face to face. I would be at your house. We'd be
yes.
somewhere on the road together.
Yes.
And so now we're doing, you know, the virtual thing, which has been great because we've been trying to entertain and just make people smile. But
Yeah.
my wife, to be honest, 15 minutes ago, driving home because we had to go get some food, she was like, I feel like you could handle this one-on-one time a lot better because you get bogged down with, I got my Instagram lives and I got to do these voiceovers and this, that, and the other. So I'm trying to honestly handle it in the best possible way. And I have a long way to go with that.
Yeah, that's honestly, that's me too. And my son, he's in this 5-year-old phase of like, mommy, 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 can you just, mommy? I've never heard my name called, and it's not even my name. Like Kelly's my name, but like, mommy, I'm your mommy, and I love that. I love that the best. I'm so blessed. And you know, him just, mommy, mommy. I was like, I just need 5 minutes. Can I just have 5 minutes? And he does, and he'll see me like, you know, getting maybe like tired, and he'll say, I'll give you 5 minutes, mom. It's the sweetest thing. And by the way, he tells me when he needs a minute. Because one thing that a friend of mine explained to me was we're not even taking in the fact that our kids are acting out in some ways to where they're like, I'm tired of being inside. I want to go outside. And this morning he actually sat me down and he said, I just want to go somewhere. Can I go somewhere? I said, I promise you later, I'll take you on a long drive. Can we get out the car? He asked. I said, no, baby, we cannot get out the car. And so he said, okay, well, I don't want to go on no drive. So,
can I roll the window down at least?
Exactly.
I saw Tim kind of barge in on your coffee with Kelly last night.
Yes.
And it just kind of reminded me of, you know, everybody's kind of got their areas in the house. That was your space for that amount of time.
I was in his space. I was in his
well, at least you can admit it. How are you handling arguably the most you've ever spent with your significant other right now?
It was hard at first because, of course, I love my husband. I'm just very transparent when it comes to this kind of stuff. So, judge me or not. But I love my husband. He's the greatest thing that ever happened to me. But I need a minute. Sometimes I just need a minute. And he definitely is so sweet. And he's like he's like 10. You need 10? And I'm like
15.
Yeah. I'm like, what you doing? 30. But sometimes I realize it's not even, of course, it's not him, it's me. Like you said, you have those moments where you're like, I'm used to being on the road, or you know what I mean? Like getting to that space, and I don't have that. So sometimes I go for a run. I go, you know, in a little quiet meditation space in the backyard, but I figure it out.
So many people are saying they love how you keep it real.
Oh,
they're loving these conversations. That's just who you are in general. For the super moms watching, like yourself, you know, they've got kids. They're homeschooling their kids now. They're the new teachers at the house. They're trying to be there for their husbands. They're there for each other and trying to process all these emotions. What's worked for you? Any little wisdom that you can share?
I'm not gonna get it right every time. Somebody just told me that, and actually his name is Joe Bolduc. He's an incredible person. But he was like, you're not going to get it right every time. And that's okay. He said, you know, moms have this thing with themselves, with each other. And sometimes our reach for perfection like is actually sometimes by accident pushed on each other. So when, you know, you are, or really on ourselves, because we just want everything to be right, want to do everything right. And that's not realistic. It's just not realistic. And I'm just, you know, trying to take it day by day, because I'm not a teacher. And now I have this ultimate respect, and I have before, but there's a different patience and love and passion that you have that goes into teaching children, because it's not easy. You know, when I'm looking at something and I'm like, he knows that, don't you know that? But you have to like make sure to give them the patience and to not get frustrated with themselves. You know what I mean? Because you just
Yeah.
want them to know and excel so bad. But and they will, but it's in their time, the same way it was in my time. So I'm just having to remind myself of that. And yeah, so I sit there with them and we figure it out together. But it took a while to get there.
You won't get it right every time. Write
Yeah.
it down, put it on the refrigerator. That's a good word right there. That
Yeah.
takes the stress off of a lot of people, men
Yeah.
and women, for sure. So, coffee,
Thanks.
besides putting out great music, there is a message. It's an empowering song.
Yeah.
After people listen to it, what do you hope they walk away with?
You know, I think that sometimes sex or sexuality is sometimes just still so taboo in some ways. And I just feel like owning your sensuality, your sexuality is truly something to be proud of, especially for me as a Black woman. And it took me a while to get comfortable in that, because I remember looking all around, and all around me was some women that looked like me, but not enough. So it took me like having years upon years upon years of just understanding that sexuality and not being scared of it and not having to apologize for it. And I own it now. And I think that everyone should. And I think that it's a beautiful thing. And it's not arrogance or cockiness, it's confidence. You know what I mean? That's incredibly sexy. And I have learned that lesson, and I wanted to share it.
We're glad you shared it with us. Is that a song that you play in the house when you come out with new music? Do you play your own music in the house?
So I play it in my earphones because I feel like sometimes I want to find my space in it, and then
Mhm.
I'm able to like share it with everyone else. Yeah. And but I cannot wait to share more music with everybody. I literally have the next two singles lined up.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. So, can we
Yeah.
deduce that a new album is around the corner? I know that can kind of be an annoying question at times,
No, it's
um,
not.
because people we're kind of greedy as fans of Kelly Rowland. We get a song, and then we want a little more and a little more. Is there a timetable that you're putting on yourself or putting on the album, or at this point, are you just going to say it's coming out soon?
I'm going to say it's coming out soon, because right before quarantine, I was getting ready to actually record all videos for the records that I have, and get all of that paperwork and everything else done, and so much stuff. You know, the ending of an album is like, it's like the moment.
Yeah.
And so the moment was there, and then the moment went back. And I feel like I'm, you know, not back at square one, but I'm definitely in this place where it's just like, oh snap, here's a little bit more time, because I want to be able to give my fans visuals to this next record and the next record after that. So I got a little bit of time, but not too much, because I'm figuring everything out now. I have an amazing team.
What about those singles? How soon?
I don't
Ish.
know yet, because the thing is like I would really love to put visuals with those records. I really
Yeah.
would. I really would. Yeah.
I'm not going to rush you.
Okay.
Just going to ask. They're asking too.
See, somebody said videos. Yes, Lord. See, I know my fans. I know my
And then
fans.
someone said, hurry up, damn.
Why, thank you. No rush. No rush.
But on top of the music thing, producing and movies, and you had a lot of stuff going on that
Yeah.
you probably had to put on hold. Are you just like everybody else that we're talking to right now? You have
Yes.
no clue when that's going to start back up, and you have to just go, look, it's not in my control.
Yes, yes. I mean, it really isn't in my control, and I'm just trying to be patient of course, we have no other choice. Like I said, we want to go back into this new world or space with just being certain, you know what I mean, that we're all going to be okay. We don't want to, like, I don't think that when we come out of all of this that we should tiptoe, but I do think that we should be kind to each other. We should be kind to each other for sure.
Someone asked an interesting question a second ago. Do you have a name for your fans?
A name for my fans? Oh, the Rolling Stones.
The Rolling Stones.
The Rolling Stones. Because my last
Rolling
name is
Stones.
Rowland.
Yeah, of course. I think it's got a good ring to it.
Thank
it's funny
you.
because I was talking to Michelle Williams live last Friday, and she told me just some things I've never heard before. She said when she flew out to shoot the Say My Name video, she was supposed to be with the county coroner that day because that's what she wanted to do. That was the field she wanted to go into, and she was supposed to shadow with the county coroner. Where was your life at that time?
Wait. When?
I know you're going to go back a little bit.
No,
So,
when? When?
So when you were shooting the Say My Name video,
Say My
can you
Name?
go back
Okay.
to that day? Going back in the archives.
I was trying to, I was probably thinking about just the transition that happened. You know what I mean? It was such a quick trend, like, of members.
Yeah.
That was a crazy transition. So I was thinking about that. I was thinking about how B was feeling, how we were going to handle this, what people were going to say. I was in that space. We were still getting ready for the video, and wardrobe and everything was there, but it was moment.
A lot of dynamics.
Yes, and it was definitely like we're gonna get through this. You know what I mean? Because that's the kind of girls we are. Texas girls, strong.
Sure.
So we were just thinking about the survival of it all. So I was in survival mode.
I like that.
Yeah.
So the last time I saw you, I won't keep you much longer, but the last time I saw you was at the gym. Do you remember you were getting ready to pull
Yes.
and I was pulling out?
Yes.
And we're waiting on the same parking spot. And that's always been something that's so important to you, staying fit, not only for your body, but mentally, especially right now. So how are you staying dialed in?
I've not been on it. I've not been on it as much as I should. I have to. I felt like I think that that's like the thing that I need to do to have some time for myself. And I've felt the past 3 days, I felt like, you know what I mean? Kind of like I need that time. So Saturday and Sunday are going to be my days where I just completely just work out, because Titan has his iPad that day.
You'll give him 45 minutes?
I'll give him
as many of these as he
yes,
needs.
that Saturday I'm going to have that time. I think I'm going to have to just bend for that one. I need it.
I hope so. Well, I'm going to take that to heart as well. Saturday, Sunday, maybe a little bit later today. Hopefully we all can kind of get some sort of mental or physical exercise in there. And you know this. I think the world of you. I go back to our interview probably a couple years ago when the flooding happened in Houston, and you're always there for people. You're giving back. You have an incredible heart, and you're just a joy to talk to. So I'm hoping when all this is over, you'll come back on my In the Room show face to face, and we can do it and just catch up about life and how we got through this whole thing. You down?
Of course. No, of course. And I want to give a shout out to my sister, Beyonce. She just gave, I think, $6 million to COVID relief. And I'm just, people continue to, of course, see her shine, but I just want to give her so much love. I'm so proud of her. So
You've been talking to her? You keeping in touch with her? Is she doing okay?
Of course.
Good.
We're all okay. We're just staying in contact, of course. Literally, Michelle is texting me while we're on the phone.
Yeah, I'm sure. Especially after we said her name. Hi, Michelle. Well, thank you, Kelly. Send our love to the family. And coffee is available now, and then maybe some singles will be coming out soon around the corner, okay?
Absolutely.
Bye.
Bye.
Whoa, it ended like right when I needed it to end. That's crazy. How insane was that? Kelly Rowland, one of the best. One of the best. If you're still following from Kelly's page, give E in the Room a follow, because we're doing interviews pretty much every single day around this time. Coffee is out now, and you heard it from her mouth. We'll be doing an In the Room in person when we all can do that. Is Russell Dickerson out there? Russell, let me try to find you. Go ahead and comment, Russell, and I'll put a little music on in the meantime. Let me see if I can play some more music. Just keep playing coffee, right? Yes, I'm gonna save this live. It'll be up for 24 hours. Russell, hit me up. Good interview. Gotta love some Kelly. Thank you. I Believe It. Black Diamond, Tamio 7, Antonio, Eliza. The song is Russell, where you at? All right, I'm going to sign off for a sec. I'm going to save this one. And then you got to hear the story with country star Russell Dickerson. You may have seen it. It went viral. It was on the Today Show yesterday, and I wanted to bring him on real fast. But this thing is, it acts up sometimes. So I'll come right back.